Okay, are you trying to write love songs and every song you try to write, it feels like it's already been written like a zillion times and there's nothing refreshing, there's nothing original, it's just tired and old love song stuff? I think the trick is to describe their presence in your life, like the impact they have on you, rather than to describe those aesthetic details. For example, you want to write about a lost love or a missed love, and you want to write about how every waking moment of the day you're missing them. I miss you in the shower, I miss you in the car on the way to work, I miss you when I get home from work, I miss you when I go out and see my friends. But why not try instead? I'm in the shower, I'm washing my hair, I look over and I see a bottle that has not been opened for some time. Maybe I see a toothbrush, your toothbrush. Or what about the coffee grinds need emptying? You used to do that. You used to take the bins out. You always made sure there was food on the bird table. Anything like that can bring to life this notion of this other, this subject that's no longer there, the empty chair at the table, right? Or what about you're trying to describe this person that you're in love with or this person that you're missing, and you want to say their eyes were deep blue pools of blah. Like, we've heard that so many times. The thing is, when we're talking about that loved person, it's because we're trying to bring them to life. When we're imagining their eyes, their shoulders, their hands, the way they stand, it's because we're wanting to talk about the person. You know, when you meet up with a friend and you just can't wait for them to ask you, so how's the love life? So you can tell them everything about this person. And it's almost like in talking about them, in describing them, that you're bringing them to life. Through tangible descriptions, we're trying to articulate how they make us feel, and that is the wholly untangible aspect of it all. Like, it's much easier to say, this is what they look like, than to say, my heart's in my hands and I've got sweaty palms and, I don't know what to do with myself. It's much harder to articulate than to go, tall, dark, handsome. So what about, instead of saying, and his eyes were these pools of deep blue, what about instead, when I'm in his company, he makes me want to donate to charity. He makes me want to volunteer in a soup kitchen. When I'm with him, he makes me want to go down to B&Q and buy a bunch of shelves and screws and plants for the bathroom. Like, in this kind of detail, we're getting down to the nub of the feeling. The hands, the face, the eyes, the lips, the smell. These are all aesthetics and have very little potency in bringing this love to life. And one more thing that I think might be helpful is we're talking about this state of being wholly consumed by someone. You open up your computer, you open up a new tab on the internet and their face pops up or their name pops up. You're sitting on a tube and the person opposite's wearing their jacket. Like, they manage to infiltrate every sensory aspect of your life, and that's gonna bring your love song to life.